so once you've got your factory flares off, we'll need to put some Rivnuts in. This Jeep has a couple extra Rivnuts that we'll need from some other parts. But up in the front here, we need this one, and this one. So 3 Rivnuts in the front. These top 3 holes will stay open on the top. And then in the back, we need this one, and this one. So 3 in the back, 3 in the front, none on the top. All right, so to start off with this rear bracket, be the one with a bunch of holes in the back here. So we'll start off with the bottom hole into this Rivnut here. Grab another bolt, and the second hole to the top. We'll hit this Rivnut, and then this is a prototype bracket, but the production bracket will have a little bit of material here that comes out and grabs this 3rd Rivnut up here. So that last button head with the washer will go through the bracket into this Rivnut on the production version. So for the center bracket here, it's going to be this one with 3 holes in it, and then all of our brackets are etched, either DS for driver's side or PA for passenger. So this one's going to be the only one that has a little bit interesting hardware. This slotted hole here in the middle is going to get a hex. You can put it in from the top here, and then it will go through this middle hole, just like this. Now, if you're just installing our fenders and you don't have our inners, then you can just go ahead and use a nylock nut and a washer on the backside. If you do have our inner fenders, now is going to be the time to put on this top mount from the backside, and then it'll be secured with that same nylock bolt and washer. So we'll get this started here. And then these other 2 bolts are just going to be button heads, like the rest of the hardware, with a nylock washer and nut on the backside. And then this one's going to go in right there with a nylock, and then we can go ahead and tighten these all down at this time as well. All right, and then our final mount on the driver's side here is going to be 3 holes. These are all going to be button heads with a washer into the Rivnuts, sorry, these 3 Rivnuts that you previously installed. So we can go ahead and bolt this guy on now. Once we get all these on, we can go ahead and tighten them down. And then with all the mounts, when I'm tightening these bolts down, I like to, right before they get tight, I'll take the mount and push it all the way up as it tightens, because there's just a little bit of slop in here. So we push it all the way up, that'll get the flare to sit really nicely against your Jeep. Okay, so if you're installing fender flares without corner armor, you're gonna want this included spacer. So you'll notice the spacer has 2 pressed in PEMs. You also should get 2 of these, and they're gonna be the same for each side. So I've got the driver's side flare here. This will be the same on both. So this spacer is basically gonna go right in behind the flare here. And then we're gonna utilize this hole and this hole to bolt up our spacer. So this is gonna use the 1/2 inch long button heads. So I like to go ahead and get this top one started here. Get that one started, and then we can come back to the back. And get this one started. What I like to do with these is I will leave them like that, loose a little bit. That way the spacer has a little bit of wiggle room here. So what you can do is bolt the flare up to the vehicle, and then kind of with your Allen key here in a bolt, you can move it up and down to get it lined up really well, and then go ahead and tighten it once it's up on the Jeep. Okay, so now that we've got all 3 of our brackets on and tight, we can go ahead and install the fender flare. So what I like to do is get all 9 button heads and washers ready to go here. And I like to get one on a tool here. That way I can just put this guy up here. Get this middle top center bolt lined up and just get this started. That way it holds it on there for you. And then you can go ahead and get the rest of these installed. And I always like to leave all of these loose until the last step. That way you can keep just a little bit of wiggle room in the whole fender flare and kind of get it sitting where it needs to be. Okay, so now that we've got all of those loosely installed, what I like to do is just take the fender flare and push in towards the body, get it to kind of mate up nicely there, and then you can go ahead and tighten these down. All right, so now that we've got all of these tight, what you're gonna wanna do, so if you've got corner armor, you should already have these 3 holes up here drilled and rivnutted. So what we're gonna wanna do is go ahead and put the socket heads that are provided into these holes into your corner armor bolts. If you do not, they're gonna go through the spacer up here. So what we'll do at this step is go ahead and mark the body where all 3 of these holes are. We can also mark this one down here in the back corner. Then we'll pull the flare off, we'll drill those holes, install the 1/4-20 rivnuts that are provided, put the flare back up, and then go ahead and bolt the rest of these in with the provided socket heads. But otherwise, other than that, driver's side's all done. Just repeat the same thing on the passenger side.